Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
Welcome back to Big Country Politics here on KTAB. We're still talking with Elizabeth Smyser, the newly elected chair for the Democratic Party here in Taylor County. Elizabeth, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Happy again to be here.
All right, so this will be an interesting perspective, I think. You are a younger person taking this role, right?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
I've got some energy, and I think young people have some energy, and young people are passionate, and we're willing to learn, we're willing to engage, we're willing to be active, we're willing to put in the work, and we've had strong role models showing us how to engage in this community. And one of the reasons why I wanted to run for this position was to honor the very hardworking, committed group of people that came before me and I still work with, and so recognizing that this is service, young or old, anyone, as long as you're dedicated and passionate about the work and willing to be flexible and learn, I think anyone, regardless of age, can participate and shouldn't be discouraged. I'm so happy that I was elected for this role.
And now talking about some local politics, let's go locally race by race. Let's talk about the Texas House of Representatives, District 19. This is the spot currently held by Stan Lambert. So Stan Lambert unopposed in the primary, Sam Hatton unopposed in the primary. So in November, it'll be those two fighting for that race. And this is almost like deja vu.
It is, yes. They ran this race, not that long ago in 2018, and I have a feeling that we'll be talking about many of the same issues. Many of these are still very current. I was fascinated to meet both, within that race. I had, the opportunity to meet both Stan and, obviously represented the Democratic Party as the Taylor County Democratic Party intern that year, and so spent a lot of time with Sam. And, I feel confident that our community is going to get a good representative, and I think we all learn and grow out of, those experiences, and I look forward to seeing that race, and, we'll be supporting, our Democratic candidate, absolutely, and, I think they both have something really great to add to this community.
All right. And Jody Arrington's spot, who will be facing a Democratic opponent in November as well.
Yes.
So that's for U.S. Congress.
Yeah, and that's Tom Watson, local lawyer here in town. Been a lawyer a long time, very very experienced, and I have had the opportunity to meet him, as he was announcing his campaign, and he's quite fiery and passionate on the issues, and I love that he decided to get involved in this race. He brings a lot of experience, and is really getting out there to really meet the community. So that encourages me.
All right, and this is not necessarily in Taylor County. It was in Nolan County, but the former executive director of the Pioneer City County Museum in Sweetwater made some pretty controversial comments on social media about those voting Republican. Is there any reaction from you on that?
Sure. Well, I was very saddened, by that story. Obviously, I don't think, anyone in our community should be, using language of that kind. I've strongly advocated for, language and messaging that is purposeful, that we need to be mindful of, the people that we're speaking to. And, I understand that, a lot of our community issues and, our national issues will, inspire a lot of anger within us and, a lot of passion. And so, I think there needs to be a safe place to express those types of, to express opinions and, to express, the things that we see wrong. But, no one should use that kind of language, with each other. And, I certainly hope her and the community, the best. I hope that, there will be some healing and reconciliation, found there. But I think it's a good lesson for all of us to be very careful with how we address each other. And, social media is a very powerful platform, and we need to be careful how we use it.
Okay. All right, finally, what's your message for voters out there, Republican or Democrat, here in the Abilene area?
well, definitely, education is key, and you know, it's very hard to you know, be informed. You know, our political arena can seem so very large and so very overwhelming. You know, but the more we participate, you know, the more that we empower voters to participate in our process, you know, the better our politics will be, the better candidates we will get, the better decisions, you know, we will have, you know, the more closely that the people representing us will actually reflect us. You know, so it's very important that we do engage, and I know it can be a discouraging process, you know, to cast a single vote within, you know, millions of other votes and millions of other voices, but know that your vote really does make a difference, and believe that that you do have an effect. And that would be my message, Republican or Democrat, you know, please participate. You know, only you can help to make our politics better.
All right, Miss Elizabeth Smyser, congratulations on your nomination, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of you this year.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll be back right here on Big Country Politics.